Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Muphidaht and I would like it if you click down below to subscribe to my channel. So today's video is gonna be an exciting one. We are trying out a new makeup. It's from JUVIA'S. So JUVIA'S is one of the brands that I know has very pigmented eyeshadows. In fact, if you're a makeup lover, you know that when you mention JUVIA'S, it just comes with pigmented eyeshadows. That's how come I fell in love with them. In general, the brand just has really nice aesthetics. Their packaging is always attention grabbing because of the colors, how vibrant it is, and the names that some of these eyeshadows and lipsticks among other things carry. So generally the brand just has this unique vibe to it. Today's video is sponsored by JUVIA'S. Thank you so much to JUVIA'S for sponsoring today's video. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at some of the new drops from JUVIA'S, which is the brand new Culture collection. So the Culture palette comes with an eyeshadow palette and 4 liquid eyeshadows. We are going to be taking a look at these. So if you want to know how these products work, if they are blendable or not, the kind of pigments they pack, carry on watching and let's get right into it. So getting straight into it, this is the Culture eyeshadow palette from JUVIA'S. It comes with 30 colors. It's a mixture of mattes and shimmers. Some of the shimmers are more chunkier than others. It's generally a very beautiful palette. I feel like this is a beginner friendly palette because it has a lot of colors you can choose from. You can go from very colorful to very neutral looks with this eyeshadow. You can do mattes or shimmer looks. Regardless of whatever look you want to go for, I feel like this is very friendly to begin with. This also comes with 4 duochromatic liquid eyeshadows. Duochromatic means that when you apply it at a certain angle, it can give you a different color. At another angle, it can give you another color. I'm explaining because of my beginners out there. I got them in 4 shades. So I'm gonna swatch them on my hand so you guys can have a look at what they look like. These are the names as follows: Ankara, Kente, Fula, and Afrochella. I find them really interesting because at each turn they look different. These are really nice. They felt very moist on my skin, which means that they are not going to flake off. Of course, I've not applied them on my eyes yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with my makeup. You guys know that I always do my face before my eyes, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on my face and then we're gonna get into these colors. Okay guys, so I have just got done doing my face. I just have a few more things to add on, but for the meantime I am baking my skin as usual. So we're gonna get into the palette. I'm gonna grab my eyeshadow brushes. So I didn't know what colors to do. As you guys know, this is like my favorite role. Like I love warm colors. This is also something really nice, but I'm thinking of doing something a little bit different. So I want want to use these purples and a few pinks to create a look. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna use this color right here, this shade called Edo. I'm gonna put that onto my outer V. Ooh, wow, it packs a lot of pigments. This is very, very pigmented. Can you guys see? Like, this is super pigmented. Wow. I'm just going to blend this upwards and outwards. This just packs a lot of pigment. It's so pretty. It's like a very deep purple color. I'm just slightly winging this. With the same brush, I'm gonna go into this called EYESHADOWS, this shade right here. Also very, very pigmented, and as you can see, there's no fallout whatsoever, so that's great. I'm just packing it on top of Edo. So I'm just gonna drag it slightly into my crease so we have a little bit of a gradient going. So I'm gonna go into this shade right here. Mind you, I'm using the same blending brush. I'm gonna use the shade Kobo. So far, the colors are like really, really blendable. So as you can see, it just blends very smoothly into the colors that I packed in here earlier. I really love how this is looking. I'm gonna go back in with my shade Edo, this one. I'm just going to keep packing it on my lower outer V. Mind you, I am using the same brush that I used earlier so that the colors can just mix up very nicely. And I just keep going and packing on the color, and it's not being difficult to blend that at all. It's just blending out really, really smoothly, so that's great. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a flat brush. So I'm thinking I want to use the shade Calabash, this one right here. It's just like a really nice chunky shimmer, and I'm also going to use the shade Katanga, this one right here as well. So I'm going to put Calabash at the front part. So I'm going to swipe it, and it just picks up the color very nicely, and it just packs it on so seamlessly. Like, can you guys tell? I'm gonna go into the shade Katanga. It's a little bit chunky as well, and I'm going to place that right after the shade Calabash. And as you can see, I am cutting my crease with it. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's finessing a fake cut crease, because Lord knows I don't like to go back into concealer onto my eyelids. Too much product just makes my eyelids crease, and I don't like that, so I just finesse my cut crease. I'm gonna go back into the first shade that I put in my crease, and I'm just going to darken my outer V. I'm just going back in with the shade Katanga just to intensify my fake cut crease. And I'm gonna use the liquid eyeshadow in the shade Fula straight off the bat. In the packaging, it's duochromatic. It looks purple at an angle, and then it looks blue. I don't know if you guys can tell. When I turn it this way, it looks a little bit blue, and at certain angles it looks a little bit purple. It's so pretty. I'm going to put that on this side into my inner corner, just like so. And I'm just going to use my brush just to blend it out and just bring it upwards and bring it into my inner corners as well. As you guys can see, it's just like really blendable, and it's spreading out very evenly. So if you're a beginner, this is going to be super easy to use. I love this. I love how this is turning out. It has like purple specks in it, it has white specks in it, it has blue specks in it, and it just makes this look just really, really nice. So I've just put on my eyelashes, obviously, and I went in to tightline my lower lash line. I had a little bit of a mishap with my liquid eyeliner. I will fix that a little bit later. So I'm going to go in with the shade EYESHADOWS. I'm just going to use that onto the lower lash line just to smoke it out. And then I'm going to go into Kobo, which is a bright pink, and I'm just going to use that here. So I'm going to lightly go into Fula. I'm going to put that onto my inner corners, and I'm going to go in and just just blend it out slightly with my flat brush, and that's about it. So for blush, I'm gonna go back in with the shade Cobalt, which is bright pink, which would be so pretty for blush. I mean, it will just tie the entire look together. Wow, just look at that. Just really pretty and very blendable as well. So I'm gonna do same to this side. Very blendable. I just feel like it ties the entire look together. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. Okay guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed playing with this palette. It's very huge. This is one of the biggest palettes I've seen from JUVIA'S Place, and it has so many colors, and I feel like everybody from beginner down to pro can find use for this palette. I just really love that you can create all sorts of looks from it. Like I said earlier, there are browns, there are neutrals in it, shimmers and chunky shimmers. I just really love the combination of the colors in this palette especially, and the pigment was to die for. You guys saw that immediately I placed my brush in the pan and I put it on my eyelids. There was so much pigment. Also, it was very easy to blend out the mattes, and I especially really did enjoy using the liquid eyeshadow. Like, you know, liquid eyeshadows tend to dry very fast, but this one gave me time to blend it out and it just spread out easily, and it's not flaking on me. It's just like sitting very nicely, and it's not like a drying formula. It's quite moist. I told you guys earlier when I applied it at the back of my hand. I just really love how everything came together. This is such a beautiful look and such a beautiful palette. I'm really happy to have partnered with JUVIA'S Place to show you guys this palette, and I definitely enjoyed creating this look. Also, I used one of the shades from the palette to apply blush, and it's just really nice and pigmented. I needed to be very careful because I didn't want it to get crazy. I just love how the pink tied everything together. I would link this palette down below, and you can go ahead and tell me how you feel about the shades in this palette as well. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you to JUVIA'S Place for sponsoring this video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Take care guys. Bye.